tossed it up, which is not his normal method, and it's put away. Duckett on the boundary. He was the man very straight at long off. Had a few yards to make to his right and just didn't make it. It's nicely timed. It's not clubbed away, it's just timed away. The ball rolls very swiftly across the outfield. Oh, that's in the air, and that is a soft way for the first wicket of the day to go down. It just stuck in the pitch. So the ploy of using Jack Leach brings an early dividend for Ben Stokes in England. The perfect line from Jimmy Anderson. That's the fullest ball he's bowled this morning. A look of bemusement there from Kugelheim, who's going to review it, as well he might.
Right, it appears there's no bat. We'll just confirm that with Ultra Edge. Ultra Edge coming up now. Yeah, clear gap between bat and ball. So we go to ball tracking when it's ready. Ball tracking coming up now. Aleem, impact is in line and hitting the wickets. Aleem, stay with your original decision of out.
So Aleem Dar's instinctive decision is upheld by the review. No doubt at all about that. So the finger goes up the second time. Reds all round on the ball tracking. And for Jimmy Anderson, first time he's really got it up there on that sort of length. And of course dead straight as well. Just that little bit of movement. That little bit of movement so dangerous. Kugelheim goes for 2. Jimmy Anderson has 250 test wickets on overseas territory. Oh, there we go. There we go. Seems to be as simple as you like for Anderson and for England. 250 wickets overseas becomes 251. Good low catch taken at first slip, and a tentative prod here, first ball. Just gives catching practice. We were watching the catching practice this morning. Root was one of that called in practice, and he's put the practice into play. Ooh, the short ball, rare short ball from Anderson, just reminding Neil Wagner that if you dish it out, you'll get the odd one as well.
Fast bowler to fast bowler. He doesn't want to show anything, does he? Wagner's barely winced.
Well, the way Neil Wagner bowls and the aggression he brings, he knows that he's going to get a peppering when he bats. He's going to get plenty of it given back.
I tell you. Well, he's got a 4 for it.
Yeah, a lot of players around the bat, so plenty of spaces there. Square of the rook on the onside. He didn't really totally get over the top of it. Prepared to play his shots. Good placement though.
I tell you. There's the first real attacking shot we've seen, lofting him all the way for 6.
Using his feet and hitting down the ground is Mitchell's strength against the slower bowlers. And even regardless of the situation here, he's got to look to do it. He's the sort of player who wants to keep his score ticking over.
There's the edge, and Folkes does the rest. Another wicket for James Anderson. And another one for the Anderson Broad tally.
Yeah, chased the wide one, wanted to go after it. He does like to play his shots in this sort of situation. No real foot movement, just flashed at it. Pre-regulation, really. And it's been a mop-up job this morning for England. Neil Wagner goes for 9, 91 for 9.
wide of that cordon. That's gone for 4.
There might be some cheap runs here for number 11, Blair Tickner. Just threw his hands at the ball.
Runs down the ground. Doesn't need to be always the most elegant. Face of the bat, though. Another boundary for Tickner, 99 for 9.
Shows what a good surface it is. And your number 11 can just lean on it, put the hands through the ball. Nice piece of timing. Just had enough legs on it to reach the boundary line.
Well, he's cleared Anderson at mid-on comfortably. Stoke Station back, but on the other side.
Daryl Mitchell continue to fight. That's his nature. Good use of the feet. Still, I don't think he's really hit one out of the middle yet, but just shows how powerful he is.
He's in the air briefly and runs away for 4. Mitchell continues to score. He moves into the 40s. It's been a good fight from Daryl Mitchell. Focus on the positives. It's been carnage all around him, but he's kept his nerve here and continues to do so. That is delightful. Rocked back, punched through mid-wicket for 4.
Loves the short ball, does Mitchell. And not express pace anymore, Stuart Broad.
That's a shot. And that is half-century number 6 in Test matches for Daryl Mitchell. Under red-hot pressure too.
Yeah, good player, great record. Surprising dismissal in the first innings, but very positive and control this one. Summed up by this shot here. Close to Pope, but good contact. Defiant player with an excellent record.
That's another fine shot. Daryl Mitchell's making this look a little easier than others.
Well, it's a great opportunity. It's frustrating. Obviously, he's batting with Blair Tickner, not the fact that it's Blair Tickner, but the fact that it's number 11. But there is opportunity within this.
That is that. Jimmy Anderson is the man to finish things off. One that keeps a little low, but dead straight. England have their win by a massive margin of 267. And everything that Ben Stokes has done and planned has come to fruition here in this first Test match in Mount Maunganui. But for England, it really has been a continuation of their excellent form. For Anderson, just another wicket for him.
It's been the tale of this bowling innings for England. Top of the stumps, a bail trimmer. They've just had a masterful control over the line and length they've bowled, and just enough movement to get the job done. They have been clinical, they've been dominant, and they've been brilliant to watch.
Well, those that have followed England over the last not even a year since Ben Stokes took over have seen some extraordinary cricket played. At home in England, in Pakistan, and now in New Zealand. This is a very, very convincing start to this 2-match series where I think there's been a lot of skill. I think there's been a lot of planning. I think there's been a little bit of luck with the timings of their bowling at New Zealand as well. But they do say, quite rightly, I think you make your own luck. And they've had performances from virtually every member of the 11 as well. So for Brendan McCullum on his return to his native country as England coach, the perfect start for him, the perfect start for his team. And the England team led off by the record breakers, Anderson and Broad. But let's just look at the scorecard in this fourth innings of the match, the second innings for New Zealand. The big difference made right at the start, under the lights, yesterday evening, where the wickets just tumbled. Latham for 15, Conway for 2, Williamson without scoring, Nichols for 7, Mitchell, the lone hand, finishing 57 not out. But those wickets that fell on the fourth inning just took all the steam out of the New Zealand second innings. And then to get 3 quickly this afternoon, when the key requirement for New Zealand was to show a bit of mettle, a bit of fight, a bit of resistance. And you can talk about the methods of dismissal at length, of course, but those early wickets this afternoon, again, just broke the back of the task for England.
Yeah, not what was needed at all for New Zealand. Found themselves in a world of trouble late last night. Found themselves 5 for 28 at one point. And you felt if there was going to be resistance, it needed to be first thing this morning. Between Bracewell and Mitchell, they needed to form a big partnership, needed to be able to bat at least into session 2, possibly into session 3, but they weren't able to do that. Jimmy Anderson superb once again, and it's a sight we are so used to seeing. 4 for Broad, 4 for Anderson, and a side bowled out for 126.
What a game it's been, and I have to say, very entertaining. Disappointing, of course, for the home team and the home crowd, but under the lights, even in the daylight, it's been very, very interesting and entertaining cricket. So the final margin of victory, England by 267.